Previously on Survivor. After Luke's blindside, the underdogs finally felt on top.
Felt really good that we actually voted out someone that we wanted to vote out.
However, Ryan felt he needed to flip back to the upperclassmen.
But if John gets voted out, it'd be, I think it'd be pretty obvious that I was the one that flipped.
Despite John's worries about Kayla and Dalton's uncertainty about flipping back,
Ryan's confusing me, and at this point, I am kind of floating along beside him.
The Upperclassmen Alliance came back once again to vote Alex out of the tribe. 7 remain. Who will vote her out? Tonight. So we checked our council. Sydney, I'll take it back. Thank you. Short turnaround for you guys, but once again, immunity is back for grabs. This is my favorite challenge and your guys' least favorite challenge. It is a challenge called Touchy Subjects. I will be sending a Google form to you guys. I want you guys to answer this in private. It will be questions about each other. Just answer what you honestly think, and we'll come back to it. And I'll send it up down. So, how this challenge will work is that 7 of you answer these questions. I've collected the answers, and let's find out what you guys think about each other. Every person has 5 strikes. Okay. If you get a question right, you come up and cross off of the person that you want out of the challenge. I'll pass you guys your stuff and we'll get started. Who would you most want to be stranded with? All right. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Make sure to write big. Okay. We have a little bit of a split. We have Dalton said Eden, Sydney and Emily said John. John said Kayla. Eden also said Kayla. Ryan said himself. And Kayla said himself. Kayla said Ryan, I'm sorry. Kayla said Ryan. The correct answer is John. So, Sydney gets a point, Emily gets a point. Sydney, you go first.
Yeah, okay.
So the order will be this, always. Sydney crosses off John.
I promise you I know you.
Voted for John and the strikes are down. Emily coming up. What will she do? Eden gets her first strike. Who is most likely to oversleep the day of a final? All right. Evan reveal in 3, 2, 1. All right. Dalton, Emily, and Sydney and Ryan all say John.
I'm on time.
John and Kayla say Dalton. Eden says Ryan.
Dalton literally missed
No, literally.
I was like, yeah. I was at work, so.
The correct answers are John and Dalton.
What the heck, guys?
Everyone gets it right except
my mom would
Eden.
whoop my butt if I was playing anything.
Okay, Dalton, you go first.
Are you just attack?
Not really.
Well, you actually slept.
Don't do me.
John, you're not pitching it well. Kayla asking to get striked.
I said don't. I said
Oh,
no.
never mind. I'm sorry.
No, please. I want to win.
Strikes Kayla.
You know what? Okay.
John, you're up next.
Just make it even, and then I'll go left.
Who was in second place?
John strikes Emily. Second place was it was John and Dalton. Emily goes next. The other one was right.
Where did you go first?
Second strike for John on Emily.
You said me.
Yeah, I did.
Ryan. You're up next. Just about everyone is going. Six strikes will happen right now. Second one for Emily from Ryan. Ryan feels bad about it. Sydney, you're up.
I'm gonna be honest, this is more stressful than actually though.
That's why it's my
You're still
favorite.
gonna play if you put it out.
I don't understand why you gave me.
What will Sydney do?
Understand
Sydney,
Go
first
for
one
that.
Ryan.
I can see why this is trouble.
Kayla.
To watch this die.
Great.
Go ahead, give it, baby.
Kayla. Third one to Emily will not strike Dalton.
Baby.
Who mistakenly thinks they're in control of the game? Very strategic question here. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Okay. The front row all say Emily, of John, Ryan, and Adam. Kayla, Sydney, and Emily all say Kayla. Dalton says John. The correct answer, who is mistakenly in control of the game, is Emily. John, you can go first. Emily, what do you think of that?
I mean, I'm on the bottom. How did I think that I'm running the game if I'm on the bottom?
John strikes Emily first. So it'll be the fourth strike for Emily. Ryan, you can come on up. You can take Emily out of the game and go to someone else. Emily already putting the board down. First strike to Sydney. Sydney. Eden.
Alright, that's fine.
Knocks Emily out of the challenge. Emily takes bottom of the bench record. And we will move
Oh,
on.
you got none. Let's go.
Question 4. Who is the most likable person here? Alright. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Okay. Eden says Sydney. Dalton says himself. Everyone else says Eden. The correct answer is Eden.
Let's go. What a nice person.
Eden, you should put yourself. John, come on up. Another question right. Holy mark. Sydney with her second. Ryan, you're up.
It's a weird challenge.
It's a good challenge.
You know?
Sydney with a third strike. Sydney, you can get some payback here.
I know.
She says she will. John with his third. Kayla, come on up. That will be a fourth for Sydney. 3 strikes for Sydney. One strike for me. After 4 questions, Sydney has 4 strikes, John has 3 strikes, Eden, Kayla, and Ryan have 1, and Dalton has nothing. Who is the most attractive person here?
Blue.
Who is not an option, John? I don't know how many times I have to tell you. Eden says Kayla, Kayla says John, Ryan says Eden, Sydney says Dalton, John says Dalton and puts his own number. Dalton says Eden. Correct answer is once again Eden.
Oh my god, wait, yeah.
Go, queen.
Alright, Dalton, you can strike first. Ryan with the second strike.
One of those guys.
Then he already put her board down, giving the fish eye to Ryan, and he will take her out. Who is most likely to stay true to their word? 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right. Dalton says Eden. John and Kayla say Ryan. Ryan and Eden say John. The correct answer is John. So Ryan and Eden get the question right. Ryan, come on first.
I've never lied in the game. I really haven't. That's the thing I'm following. You know, even if it's wrong.
Ryan, first strike to Dalton. Dalton, you got 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Ryan and Eden. Next question. Who do you trust with your life? Eden says John. Dalton says John. Kayla says Eden. Ryan says himself. And John says Kayla. The correct answers to who do you trust most with your life are Ryan and Sydney. So Ryan, you got it right.
You got it right.
You're the only one that got it right, so come on up.
What about you give yourself a straight?
You can give yourself a stripe, but I'm not sure that's fine.
Give me.
John asking for it. John gets it. 4th strike for John. Why did you want to strike, John?
One of us got to go out.
All right, that's 2. Are you going to do that for tribal council too?
Yep.
Do you want to get voted out?
I was prepared to.
Okay. Who is most likely to be a bitter juror? Okay. Everyone says Kayla, including Kayla, besides Eden. Eden put Emily. The correct, to the shock of Emily, correct answer is, in fact, Kayla. As Kayla knew. Dalton, come on up first. Who will strike? Eden gets her second. John. John knocks himself out of the game. No shot at immunity. John, why did you do that? You can leave it, John. John, why did you do that?
Because one of us got to win.
Huh?
One of us got to get out.
Well, but like, why would you just throw away immunity like that?
I feel comfortable.
You feel comfortable?
I don't think it was throwing it away.
I mean, it was. You had 1 strike left and you struck it.
Trust the process, Trevor.
Okay. Ryan, we'll see. I mean, that could have been a game-costing mistake there. Ryan, Kayla, everyone has 2 strikes, and you get to put a 3rd on someone. Who will be first? Dalton gets her 3rd. Who is the dark horse to win Survivor CNU Uncharted Waters? Everyone says Eden except Eden. Eden says Sydney. Once again, Eden, the correct answer is you. And you did not get it right. Dalton, come on up. Let's see what Dalton can do.
Oh my, what the fuck?
Ryan.
Like, seriously, you kind of makes me mad though.
That's
Like,
He didn't strike you.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, never mind.
Ryan, come on up.
Well, now she's gonna be mad.
Why? Like,
You know who will be mad. And he does do it. Kayla, once again, it is mostly tied except for Eden, who has 2 strikes. Come on up.
What? Okay.
The only one here that has won a challenge is Eden. Kayla gives a 4th Dalton. Alright, next question. Right now we stand at 4 strikes Dalton, 3 strikes Kayla and Ryan, and 2 strikes Eden. Who is most likely to stab you in the back? Dalton says Kayla. Ryan says Dalton. Kayla also says Dalton. And Eden says Emily. The correct answers were Dalton and Ryan. Alright, Ryan, come on up. We are finding a lot about what everyone else thinks. 5 of you will be on the jury.
just do.
Just make it even.
Gives it to Eden. Kayla,
That part sucks.
come on up. You can knock Dalton out. You can give yourself a little advantage over Eden and Ryan. Whatever you think.
Dalton, would you be mad if I do it?
I would be really upset. But you do what you feel like.
That's like saying if I punch you in the face, is it gonna hurt? Like,
Do what you feel like you
is it
need.
gonna?
Eden, would you be mad if I?
It's
Once
fine,
again, I think
I'll
all of
cry
us would be
myself
mad.
to sleep.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, Eden will be crying herself to sleep tonight. If there's 4 strikes.
Ready to stab
Who is the biggest fan of Survivor? Okay. Eden puts me, kidding. Her real answer is Sydney. Kayla, Ryan, and Dalton all put Emily. The correct answer is Emily. So, Dalton, come on up.
I feel like because I had the truth right here,
Dalton gives a 4 strike to Ryan.
Oh.
Now, Ryan, here's where we're at. Dalton has 4, Eden has 4, Kayla has 3, and you have 4. You can knock someone out right now, or give all the power to Kayla.
You could just make it even.
But come on up. Solely your decision. What will he do? And he evens it up. Kayla.
Oh.
Gotta knock someone out.
Huh?
Gives a 4th strike to you.
I don't know why Ryan did that because now I'm just like.
And Ryan is out of challenge just like that. Who is most likely to change their major senior year? Dalton says himself. Eden says Dalton. Kayla says John.
Whoa. We're senior right now.
Alright.
Yeah, are you going to change your major, John?
I already changed mine 3 times.
The correct answers are Dalton and Ryan. So here's where we stand. Dalton, you will knock out one of these 2. And then Eden, you're going to knock out someone. After this round, we'll see who wins the interview. So Dalton, come on up.
Wait. Can I think real quick?
Yeah.
Eden gets the other vote.
Correct.
Okay.
No way.
Dalton knocks Eden out of the challenge. Eden. Eden. You get to pick wins the interview.
That's true. That's so true. Wait, what?
You get to pick who wins the interview. You're out of the challenge, but you have to cross out Kayla or
Who
Dalton.
made you more upset tonight, Eden?
Also,
Listen,
wait, real quick, I will say, Eden, as always, the winner of the challenge gets to give a clue to interview now to someone of their choice.
Feminism.
If you let me win, I'll give it to you. I
Feminism.
swear on my grave.
What?
Do you understand what I said?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, Dalton.
Takes out Dalton. Dalton out of the challenge. Get out of the challenge. Kayla wins the interview. Just like
Woo!
that.
Tonight has been a great night. Everyone, this is great.
It is personal past my bedtime.
Okay.
I'm ready to bed now.
Kayla, turn around. First individual immunity win. All right. Safe for travel counts. So you have a 1 in 6 shot away in this game. As always, more matter of business. Who will you give a clue to? Do you have anyone here?
Does anybody want it?
Everyone's hands are raised except for the one that sends himself out of town.
Yeah.
All right, Edie, you will get a clue from me tonight because I didn't bring it.
Didn't go so good once again, but I'm used to that. I didn't expect Alex to go home. I expected it to be John, but
I thought that I was going to get voted out. Like, I was expected. I mean, I even typed up stuff to say to everybody as I was leaving. It was crazy. But then I didn't get voted out. So that means that someone voted with us to get Alex out.
So that vote was really difficult for me. Not to vote for Alex, but to choose between John or Alex. John is the biggest threat in the game, and I wanted him gone. Ryan, for the past 3 weeks, or 4 now, has been telling me he wants to flip, and he wanted me to flip with him because without me, the numbers wouldn't be right, and so he needed me to flip with him and all this. So I was on board, but he refused to flip fully. So the votes were going to be 4-4, and I did not want to go to rocks.
it looked like it was going to be pretty evenly split. And then they were like, okay, if it ties, John was like, don't vote for me. You don't want to go to rocks, don't vote for me. And like me, Kayla, and Brian were all like, we're not going to vote for John. Like, that's just sad. We can't do that. We'd rather go to rocks. So didn't happen. That was good. John had a whole speech prepared. So he was kind of mad that he didn't get to yell at everybody. But, I mean, that'll be entertaining. So yeah, we were really surprised.
It sucked. Let me just say that. It was not good. Obviously Ryan was supposed to flip with us, whatever. He didn't. And yeah, so then that resulted in Alex going home, which was like a number we needed, and we didn't even have the numbers. We still needed a number.
You know, right after the challenge, it was just like had an awkward tension between us. So I talked to Emily. I talked to her I talked to her like maybe the next day about like the whole vote and everything, and try to clear up the air a little bit. And I think it went well, but I don't know what she's thinking exactly.
He told me that he would rather take a chance with a group that he knows rather than a group he doesn't know, and he felt bad for like not flipping with us because I think he does like us as people, but I think he knows he has no chance of winning the game with us if he goes to the end with us because we're not taking him to the end, but I think he thinks he has a better chance with his original group than he does with us.
I think the conversation was like, yeah, I mean, I told you like, it was nothing against like you guys personally. It was just like I didn't feel any more secure than I did with the core, because you guys, it's you three, and there's no way we're gonna have a final four, like four finalists who the jury's gonna vote for. And if it does get down to us four, the obvious vote for you guys is to just vote me out, unless I have immunity.
I'd definitely say it's very accurate because we were not taking him any further than Final Five because he would have won the game if he went to the end with us. So,
like, right into the challenge is kind of awkward because everybody was kind of like, we can't just like not talk to each other, but we were also kind of like pissed because we knew what Ryan had done. And then the game was like, obviously, like he would, I knew Emily and I wouldn't get it because like it was all of them. So, yeah, Ryan was like super sad, like crossing our names off. I was like, you're not sad, dude, just own it. Like, so it was frustrating.
Whenever I voted for them when I gave them a strike, I just like feels bad, but I can't. I think I had to.
I found it funny how they all voted me as like they think I'm like I think I'm running the game and I'm like actually not, because how can I be running the game if I'm on the bottom?
He sacrificed the challenge for him for whatever reason. That was a little bizarre. But that was coming anyways. He wasn't going to win the challenge, so I guess he just saw an opening to get himself out so he could deal the pain to himself and not have the pain of someone else voting him out of the challenge.
I wanted to take myself out of the game because I wanted them. There had been talks about like Ryan or Kayla wanting to go behind my back or wanting to like do it themselves, and I wanted to seem like I'm a team player. Like I want to help them succeed as much as I want myself to succeed.
Emily and Sydney, for the past 2 weeks, got clues. They only shared it with each other until after Tribal and Challenge. They both shared their clues with me. I went hunting, did not find anything, but the new clue went to Eden, given to her by Kayla, because Eden let Kayla win the challenge. And she did not share it with Emily, Sydney, or I. I'm sure she shared it with the rest of her group. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know where that's going to go.
So we're going to look for it with Dalton when he gets back, hopefully. I'm sure they probably found it because the third clue is usually like, it's right there. So, I think they probably have it, but like it's not going to hurt to try to look for it one more time before we go.
The clue, I was so confused. I'm so confused. Ryan and I were trying to figure it out the other day because the whole like seal of approval or thing. So we were like, okay, where are like the university seals? Then we thought like maybe, in front of Commons, there's like that circle thing you're not supposed to step on. We were like, maybe it's there. Look towards the light. We were like, there's no really lighthouses that we can get to. And we thought maybe it was the field, like the football field. So haven't found it, but it's fine.
Like one of my downfalls in this game is that, the core finding out about me flipping for that loop vote. I don't know if they trust me enough or where I could play it off as to where maybe it was Kayla or what. But at that point, I think it'd be one-sided with Emily, Sydney, and Dalton at one side. Because if I did convince Eden that Kayla flipped, then it would just be at best a 3-on-3 vote, and from there anything can happen.
We talked with Dalton I think Dalton's on our side at this point because I don't think he likes the other group nearly as much.
Dalton was like, because he texted me and I was like, I don't think we can get Ryan out. And he was like, you can vote with us, Dalton, Emily, and Sydney to get John out. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And he was like, why? And I was like, because I can't betray my alliance that I've like been with the whole game. He was like, so I'm out. And I said, I'm really sorry, bro. And I was like, I feel like I told him if you go for Emily or Sydney, like you wouldn't be out. But he said he's not doing that. So I was like, okay, well.
Sorry, just a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's stuff happening in our group chat. All right, so right before, like, probably like half an hour ago, a little more than that, Kayla texts me, John, and Eden, says, hey, I might have done something bad. And I was just like, what'd you do? And she goes, basically, Dalton texted me and said hi. I was like, hey, I don't think Ryan is going to work. And like from that text alone, I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, did she mean to send that to us? I wasn't sure what that text meant. So yeah, she was like, hey, I don't think Ryan is going to work. That's what she said to Dalton. And then she said, and then he was like, so I'm out. And I was like, sorry, bro. And then I said, if you try and get Sydney or Emily out, you can stay. And then he said, if you vote with me and Sydney and Emily, we could vote John out. And I said no.
Kayla has just told Dalton that they're all voting for him, and she's not going to flip. So that's what we know right now. And so it just kind of sucks, like there's nothing we can really do about it.
I think Dalton talked to John about maybe trying to get out Ryan because, Ryan was there kind of giving us their information. So I think he kind of told John about that to maybe see if they'd be willing to vote out Ryan, but I don't know. I haven't heard contact since then.
So this is juicy. So Dalton reached out to me after Tribal on Thursday. And he told me that he was like, John, I think we should work together. I also have news to tell you. And I was like, what do you mean? And he told me that he knows for a fact that two of the people I'm working with have went to him in order to get me out, like wanting to get me out. The first person was Kayla. I talked to Kayla about it. And Eden was with Kayla when she said this. She was just agreeing with Dalton that Dalton wants me out. She was like, we should get them out. Kayla was agreeing. I believe her. She could be lying to me, but I believe her. Then Dalton, this is the one where it's whack. Dalton said that Ryan had been going behind my back and he originally voted Luke out, and that he wanted me out that round, but got Luke, and then wanted me out this last tribal council, but was too scared about what was going to happen and with his alliance, and they were going to vote him out next. That, either Ryan's playing a damn good game, or Dalton is just trying to mess with everybody's heads and is a liar.
They know about Ryan, like telling us all the information, everything. They know about, because we kind of decided like we should probably just tell them like there's any chance to get off our backs, so let them know about Ryan, but they still want to vote Dalton.
He was the one that but came up with the idea to vote Luke out. It was all Ryan's plan to get Luke out, and Luke was his closest ally other than me and John. And I told John that, and I kind of expected John who was in love with Luke, to kind of say, you basically like murdered my man's chances of winning this game. And so that didn't happen. He kind of just brushed it under the rug from what I understand.
Like the whole thing that he said about me stabbing them in the back against Luke, that was true. But I'm hoping that doesn't get, pinpointed and get increasingly important, because I don't think anyone really trusts Dalton at all.
So I made the decision to rat Ryan out to John, and John, who for the first 3 weeks of the game told me, my goal in this game is to never lie to anyone. In my head, I knew, at Survivor, you can't go the whole game without lying to anyone. But John seems like an honest guy, so I believed him. And he said he would not go tell Ryan. Come to find out yesterday, Kayla told me that John told Ryan what I told him. And now I'm going home. So this is my last confessional.
Okay, so basically, I think Dalton's playing mind games.
I texted Dalton. I said, who you want out? I thought he was going to say Sydney or Emily. He said Ryan. And I said, why? And then he told me that you told them that we were splitting the votes last week, and that this week you were going to vote John, but then you changed your mind.
Hey, first of all,
And that's what he told me.
The split vote wasn't even my idea.
He said that you've been going around and like you wanted me Luke. You've purposely voted Luke off last week.
But I voted with
And
you
then,
guys.
and then he was like, I think that Ryan's trying to get you off this week, John.
Me, John, and Kayla were like very adamant, like Dalton was next. And for some reason, Ryan wasn't like not with us, but he was just like, why would we do Dalton? And we were like, why wouldn't we do Dalton? He's kind of like spreading a couple different lies. There's like 3 different stories of the 3 of us. Like apparently I told Dalton that I don't trust Ryan, and then apparently John like called me and was like, am I supposed to like trust Ryan? Because like Dalton said that Ryan doesn't want me to trust him, blah blah blah. So there's 3 different stories, like 3 different issues. So we're all like, yeah, like Dalton's definitely kind of who we want to get out this time.
We were all kind of like, talking about stuff that, in this case, Dalton said. And Dalton, so there are 4 different like things, like one for each person. Dalton told me a while, I think it was after the smear vote, that Eden doesn't trust me out of the core. Dalton told John about 2 people not working with the core, and I think he said one of them was me.
And then Dalton also told me that you wanted to vote out John and then me.
Yeah, but I think I only said that because Dalton said we're at the bottom, and it was just me and Ian, so I'm not going to say, no, I don't think so. I'm going to say, okay. That's what I said.
Yeah, he
So-
said that, and then he said that Eden also didn't trust me at all.
And I have that this whole time I've been just for fun, but now I'm realistically thinking I just really need to win 3 more challenges, right? Or 4 more challenges. I think that's very possible. Saying that I've already won 2 out of what, 5? 5, 6, 6. So I won a third of them. So I think I can not easily, but do pretty well. Ideally,
That was funny.
I think that we should be back on track with the 4 of us
Yeah.
because we have majority.
And Dalton's just going to vote all willy-nilly, so it'd just be fine.
I think Dalton's starting this because he knows that he's in the bottom, so he's just trying to.
I told Ryan yesterday, I was like, he's just gonna try and get in.
Yeah, it was really right before that you
Before
texted
you
us
were like,
about.
Dalton said this, I was like, he's definitely, if I were Dalton, I'd just like get on the inside and like.
Yeah,
Which is pretty smart game.
Yeah, just start
She,
saying
like,
stuff, yeah.
She pretty much called everything that Dalton was about to do.
Basically, Dalton's playing games, but if we're all in agreement to try to get him off, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Dalton reached out to me and said, "Hey, who are you going to vote for tonight?" And I've been gone, so I asked the group who everybody was leaning towards. I told Dalton I was going to vote majority, whatever they pick. And then he said, "Well, I think they're going to pick me because Kayla told me that's who she's voting for, which is me." And I said, bummer. That's all I said. Because I have not ever lied to Dalton.
I talked to Kayla and told her, I said, you realize when they get Emily and Sydney out, you're their next vote. She said, so be it. So apparently Kayla's just playing the game for as long as she can because she knows she pretty much doesn't have a shot at winning because no one's going to vote for her to win because of her actions and words. So Kayla will not flip. John is not flipping to vote for Ryan. Eden, I haven't even talked to Eden, but I know she's not flipping. And Ryan is certainly not going to vote with us because I kind of ratted him out. So I'm pretty sure I'm going home tonight, but so be it, as Kayla said.
I think we were gonna vote for Ryan just because I think we know that he probably won't go home, but we just vote for him just so he knows, like, we feel betrayed by him and that he probably is not winning if he gets to the end. If he goes with John and Eden, because it sounds like he still seems really close with John and Eden, and he wants to go to the end with them. I mean, I'm okay with him going home over me. Obviously, I don't want either one of us to go home if he's, like, an option for me at this point, which I think he is, and, like, our number at this point, and he might be championing against me, you know, to try and get the target off his back, and I would understand why he's doing that. But I don't know that I would vote for Dalton, even if they had the majority, just because at this point I feel some kind of allegiance towards him. you know, he might vote for me. I don't know what's gonna happen, but personally, I feel like I would rather try to take someone else out. I know that's probably not gonna happen, but I'd rather kind of send a message rather than, you know, vote out an alliance member at this point.
I mean, you could plan out as much as you want, but it won't take the slightest thing to, you know, have that plan be all messed up. So.
But they all can't win. So it's going to be a sad day in hell when they figure that out.
So, Emily, last tribal council, there was a heated argument between you and Kayla. Do you think that could affect the vote tonight and also have some long-term repercussions for both of you?
I don't know about her because she's done it a couple times, but maybe for me, I wouldn't be surprised if I went home because of it. I mean, I don't think anyone here would send me home because of that, but it might be an added reason to, and I wouldn't be surprised if I went home tonight.
Kayla, do you have a reputation in this game for being the fighter?
I guess.
John, you think so?
I would, but I'd fight for Kayla too. So.
I guess so. I mean, I asked a lot of the questions that nobody else wants to ask. So I feel like if I didn't ask the questions, then a lot of things would be left unknown, and then we wouldn't know why. But we know why for some, for some things. So I think that's all me. You know, it's kind of boring. So just ask the flavors.
Your game is boring.
All right, Eden, get the torch. So, Ryan, were you surprised by any of the answers that were revealed about this tribe and Touchy Subjects?
I was flattered that people trust me with their life. I don't know if I was surprised by. I mean, there may have been a couple that at the time I was surprised by, but I think it was just more in the moment, hoping that I wasn't that name that people chose. I don't remember if it was most likely to win or backstab, one of the two, maybe both. I don't know. I wasn't really surprised by that game.
Okay.
I think a lot of the answers were pretty common knowledge.
Okay. Eden, you also received some favorable responses. Do you think that can affect your standing in the game because of it, in a good way or a bad way?
I think in general, the past I've kind of been sort of a background player, and I think now that it's just the numbers are getting down, I've just kind of been more present in the game than I have been.
So, John, you inexplicably took yourself out of the challenge.
I did.
What strategic sense does that make?
So I think that people have this concept of I want to do everything for myself, which I'm just here to have fun. And so if it benefited the team, then that was my goal, I guess. So to make someone else win besides me.
You said the word team.
Yep.
There's 7 people here. What is there a team?
I feel I would rather die for my team, and I feel like that it's point blank that people know whose side they're on, I guess.
Okay, Kayla, is there a team?
I would say so, yeah. 4v3, yeah. You know who the team is. Me, Ryan, John, Eden versus Sydney, Emily, and Dalton. That's the line in the sand right there.
Okay. Dalton, where does that leave you?
Well, what do you mean,
you're in the minority as they have said. What's the plan here?
I think we know the plan. I think everybody in this room is aware of the plan. That I'm probably the one going home tonight. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I think that I played a good game so far. I'm happy with my performance so far. I just wish people would think a little more about who they trust so much and why they trust them so much when they, in fact, shouldn't be trusting them as much as they do.
Okay. So, Cindy, you are in a 3-person alliance, as we have said, and there's a 4-person alliance against you. Mm-hmm. What do you say to the 4 to try to convince them that they need to flip?
Kind of
of what Dalton was saying. Like, I would just think more long term, I guess, than I guess how we're going right now. I don't know.
Okay. Ryan, you were mentioned as part of the 4. Okay. As everyone here knows, it can't be a final 4. So if you were to take out Dalton, Emily, and Sydney in succession, what's the plan there? You're gonna have to turn on each other at some point.
I think that's a them problem. I mean, at that point, it's just we got to our 4, and then whoever does
Don't
best
you
for
want to
them.
win?
I mean,
Can we
add Luke to our team?
Luke is on the jury. He cannot speak.
I love Luke.
Can we RIP? Well, he's not dead, but.
No, I mean, yeah. I think we're all here. At some point they all want to win, but like John said, I mean, I'm having fun for the game, and once you get to the final 4, then just
But
whatever
if you're
happens,
just to have
happens.
fun and not win, then
What's the point
shouldn't
of
someone
being
who
in
wants
the
to
game?
win?
Don't you think someone staying in the game should actually want to play the game rather than
Oh, yeah, I
just
mean,
here to have fun?
Like, we all want to play the game. I mean, there's always.
Do you want to win is the question.
Yeah,
you
we
guys
all-
don't really
of
seem like you
course
want
we all
to
wanna
win.
win.
Because you don't want to betray our alliance? Sorry.
I mean, at that point, I mean.
Well, I mean, one of your people was
I mean, we
thinking
know
about
who said
it.
it.
Right.
Okay, then. We already know this information. You told us that multiple times.
Yeah.
But obviously, it hasn't happened. So I don't really see, like, the thing. Like, I don't see it. So,
He voted
once-
out Luke. He told us about the split vote, and we knew that you guys were splitting
But
the
did
vote.
he vote out Luke, or he just told you about the split vote?
He told us about the split vote, and he was going to vote for Luke until you guys did the split vote.
Okay, so what you're saying is that Ryan told you guys about the split vote, but he didn't vote Luke out.
He was going to vote for Luke.
But he didn't, so.
But he was
Why are you so
going to.
confrontational?
You guys already know, like, I play like this. I mean, I'm just mad that I'm doing it towards you. Like, it was funny at first.
I'm
but
just
you're
saying, you're saying every single person in your alliance has been loyal to a T. I'm telling you one person hasn't. You really want to go to the end with that person?
That's fine. They're my alliance. If they're not loyal, then that's their prerogative. I'm a loyal person. I want to stay loyal to my alliance.
But
So,
wasn't I in your alliance, and now you're voting me out?
Well, so you know you were at the bottom of the alliance.
but he was
I
in
thought
your
you were at the
alliance.
bottom.
Obviously not. I'm still here. You're about to go. So
Yeah, that's fair. But the only reason you're here is because you're wearing a necklace.
that's fine.
That's a pretty good excuse.
I mean, I won. So,
Because Eden let you.
and that's fine too. I mean, I know I'm not gonna win again because obviously you guys are too scared to say stuff, but I'm not. And I'll just let you know how it is. You're about to go home. Okay.
So, John, how much does jury management come into this vote tonight, especially with the surrounding tension, I will say, between the two teams?
Jury management isn't like if you get further, you want people to vote for you.
Yes.
Okay. I would say that it ties into a big part of not betraying people, if that makes sense. I think telling people flat out what's going to happen is like the best way to go about it, because you don't want to like be seen as the one who backstabs everybody or as someone who lies all the time. That's like at least to me personally, the like loyalty and trustworthiness is like the biggest thing.
Oh, okay. I'm not like trying to be confrontational, because I'm not Caleb.
But you're being conversational right now.
But not my tone of voice.
What do you mean by tone of voice?
You sound like you want to kill us all the time.
I don't know. It kind of sounds, a little upsetting. That's not good. That's just like my voice. So.
Okay.
Okay.
So you say, like, loyalty is your biggest thing, and backstabbing and all this, like, you described this character of a person that is still in your alliance, and you're still keeping him around.
So to answer that question, I've like flat out asked Ryan because I've been straight up, and I knew that he was like being sketchy this whole time.
Okay. So I just want to point out that
This
The
the
person
person
you said you
that said
didn't
that
know.
flip flops every single freaking week. So.
actually I didn't.
I mean,
He's
actually,
flipped
you
once,
have.
technically.
I mean, twice, but okay.
No,
I mean,
the first week is when it comes, but it happened.
I mean, yeah. The first week is still a flip flop.
I
But
mean,
you
you
flipped
flipped
the first
with
week.
him the first
I'm not
time.
saying that I'm not flip flopping. So So
I'm just saying you're calling it not for good flip.
Caleb,
yes.
how is this helping you?
I don't really care. I just want like they're just being so annoying. So I just,
You're being
I was trying to put the fire out, not put gasoline on it. I apologize. Ryan, I hear a lot of your name, but not a lot of your voice. What's happening? What are they talking about?
They're talking about the Luke vote and how he got voted out. I mean, let's say I did vote Luke out. I still want one of us to win. And of course, I'd like to be the winner. Don't get me wrong. Like, of course I want to win. But if I could get these 3 farther in the game, that's what I'm going
He
Mm-hmm.
also talked about going Final 5 with us and Alex. So I don't know why he's saying he's so loyal to his alliance when he said the same thing to us.
but yeah, y'all vote for him to
So
win, right?
are you guys mad at him as well?
I mean, I understand why he did it. He feels safer over there. I'm just saying it's not that interesting to watch.
Who feels safe tonight? Let's raise hands. Raise your hand if you feel safe tonight.
Caleb's saying.
That is very interesting. Eden, why don't you raise your hand? You're in an alliance of 4, and Jonathan preaching loyalty.
I think just in general, like at this point when it's this small, it's like you're never safe kind of deal.
I
John,
think they were being polite.
Yeah.
They were all just being polite.
Oh no, I thought I was going out last time. I was surprised I didn't.
what about this time?
I told you in my confessional, as far as I go in this, I'm gonna be surprised every time.
Even tonight?
Yeah.
Dalton, do you buy it?
No. Because I'm gone this week, they're gone in the next 2 weeks, and then it's them 4 to have Alex, Emily, Sydney, myself against Luke, and then 2 more. So that's 4 to 3, and we're gonna vote for the person that kind of didn't show their ass the whole game, and that kind of leaves limited options.
Yeah. Who was the options? Like if you could rank
If I
the
could
4.
vote for one of you 4 to win, it'd be Eden or John.
I would vote for John.
John played a better game, Eden I just like. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, like what Trevor was saying, like if this does keep going and us 3 are on the jury in the next couple tribals, then like it leaves us kind of in a dilemma because right now I feel the 3 of us probably don't want to vote for anybody to win right now. So
Can I say something?
yeah, it's just
can you let
hard
her
to-
finish?
hard to pick.
Oh, sorry.
What were you saying, Sydney?
No, I'm done.
Okay. John.
I wanted to work with Cindy, but she didn't respond to my DM.
I did. No, I did.
No,
And
she
then
left
you
it
said-
Like 3 hours later, I can see where it says scene at the bottom.
No, I know, sorry. I literally do that all the time with text, and then I'm like, oh crap.
I saw her the day before in the Dita Streets office. I was like, hey, she was nice. I want to work with her.
I know, I'm.
And then there's scene at the bottom for like 3
Literally, he
hours.
said in our group chat, he goes, a girl has never left me on time. When I DM a girl, they go crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah, sorry about that, man.
All right.
Eventually you're
All right, let's wrap this up. With that, it is time to vote. Emily, you're first.
Interesting travel. Very interesting.
I'm gonna lose this game, guys, just because I just yelled at people. It's just so sad. At least you guys think it's entertaining. Oh, why am I putting out? Oh my god. Yes.
I just don't really want you to win. There we go.
If anybody has the handy video and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. All right, the votes. First vote. Dalton.
With that mistake, did y'all think you could remove an egg?
No, I voted for Alex 3 weeks straight. So literally every year I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, oh, he's not even here anymore.
Again, jury management.
Yeah, really.
All right, there's one vote Dalton, just remember everyone. Not a vote for Alex. Ryan. Dalton. Ryan. That's 2 votes Dalton, 2 votes Ryan. Dalton. That's 3 votes Dalton, 2 votes Ryan. Ryan. We're tied again. 3 votes Dalton, 3 votes Ryan, 1 vote left. 6th person voted out of CNU Uncharted Waters, and the 3rd member of our jury. Dalton. Dalton, bring your torch. Dalton, pass me. Okay, pretty good. Well, as the jury increases, you guys have to start thinking about your own resumes if you want a chance to win this season. We will see who can do best at that. That's all I got for you. Grab your stuff, head back to your residence halls. Have a good night.
So, I played my best game. I tried my hardest, and I guess it wasn't good enough. But you know, I'm on the jury now, so my say is a little more important than their vote tonight, because I get to vote who takes it home. And I know who definitely is not taking it home in my book, and I think a few other people who have numbers in the jury versus numbers in the game now have more say in the end. So, there you go.
Next time on Survivor, the challenge puts the tribe's endurance to the test. John, I have yet to see you move. John, are you yawning? That's a power move. With final tribal council in sight, plans are being made fast.
I'd probably mention it and see how the other two feel about voting John out.
And in a double episode, no one is safe. 7th person voted out and the 4th member of our jury. 8th person voted out of CNU Uncharted Waters and the 5th member of our jury.